Hi, my name is Nicole Bitbarda, and I am a second grade teacher here at Sundown Elementary School. Today I'm going to be reviewing the academics portion of how we keep students engaged during distance learning. Let's start off with language arts. We use many different platforms such as Padlet, Google Slides, and so on. Here I've inserted an example of one of my second grade students who used Google Docs to write an essay on how to plant flowers. She was even able to insert a beautiful image. Some more examples of language arts. Here we have a diagram of the place setting of one of the stories we read that week. Here is a Padlet where students compared Ellen Ochoa and Amelia Earhart. And then down here is a GIF where they use Google Slides in order to create a cartoon that tells a story. Moving on to math. In math, we use virtual manipulatives, Google Slides, IXL, so on. Here are some examples. I've incorporated a Google Forms that we use to do a check for understanding that use problems directly from the math book. Here is a certificate of excellence that my students received in IXL. And then here's an interactive clock that the students can click on and use to help tell time. Some more academics, science and social studies. We use TCI Online component, Amplify Online component, Google Forms, project-based presentations, and so on. Here's an example of when my students and I carved a pumpkin on the Google Meet, and we stopped at each step and observed what we saw and wrote it and drew pictures to go with it. Some more examples of science and social studies. Here, one of my students is building a dam using Legos.
We're going to put 2 cups of water.
We'll just briefly watch it. And here is a great project where I asked my students to create a toy using household items. This student, you made a car using water bottles and caps. This is a Google slide where the student talked about landforms. And this is another presentation a student did on presidents.
Hello, I am President Joe Biden. Thank you for voting for me, and I am always happy to be your president.
And they just all did such a wonderful job. I was really proud of all of them. Moving on to the final portion, academics. In 6th grade, the curriculum has always been online, and therefore the transition for these teachers was not that difficult, and they were still able to maintain a high standard of learning for their students. I want to thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate it. Once again, my name is Nicole Bitbarda. I teach 2nd grade at Sundown. Thank you so much for everything you do. Bye.